Hello everyone. Today we will start with the fifth chapter named India and Other Countries. In this chapter we will discuss about the relation of our nation with other countries. So as we all know, India being a peaceful nation always support the other nation or always give kind of support in the terms of the military or in terms of food production, or we have a great relation with the different nations of the world. Even our neighbors or the countries those who are far away from us, they all support India even in the past also. So we will discuss about the relation of those country. First we start with our neighbors, then we will go toward the major countries like America, Russia, and then we will discuss about the relation with the European countries and then rest of the Asian countries. Okay, so in this way we will try to cover up the countries those who are important in the global world and what kind of relation we have with them. So let's begin with this chapter that states about the information about our own nation and their relation. As we all know, we had learned about the United Nations, we had learned about the global market, we had learned about the internal relationship. So India always been a country which prioritize a friendly relation, or which always prioritize the peaceful environment in the global scenario. Even we had learned that in at the United Nations platform also, India always supported the tasks or the things that are important for the improvement of the world. So if you remember, in fourth chapter we studied the United Nation and we got to know about this its role in peacekeeping. So how United Nation always try to maintain the peace and a good environment all over the world. Even country like India or the major country that supports the process or the policies of United Nations. We also got to know that India has always helped the United Nations in its task in this process. In this chapter, we shall take a critical review of India's relations with neighboring country. We will also understand India's relation with some faraway nation, because neighboring country impact lot, not only for India, for everyone. Even if you say your personal relation, if your neighbors are good, then you have a very cool and calm environment, right? Most of us had always seen the different movies or in different serial where the relationships are well maintained at a neighboring level. So if neighbor supports you, then it says that you will won't face any kind of problem. But it's our misfortune that being a country like India, those who always support to other nation also faces the problem from the neighboring country. As we know, we don't have a good relation with the country like China or Pakistan. Being a good neighbor, being a powerful nation, they always opposes the policies or the planning of India. So in this way, we are trying to develop a good relation with those country also. So here on the first page of this chapter, we had a list of the nations that supports the border with India or those who are near to India. So we will discuss on the names and also the capital of those countries. You can see the names and capitals are given here, correct? So let's begin with our own nation, India. We know the capital of India is New Delhi. Then we have Pakistan. The capital of Pakistan is Islamabad. Then we have the Afghanistan, the capital is Kabul. Then if you say there is a corner there given the Iran. Iran doesn't share the border with us, but again being a good relation with Iran also. So we the capital of Iran is Tehran. Bangladesh's capital is Dhaka. Nepal's capital is Kathmandu. Bhutan's capital is Thimphu. Myanmar's capital is Naypyidaw. Thailand's capital is Bangkok, and Malaysia's capital is Putrajaya. Sri Lanka's capital is Sri Jayawardene Purakotte. Even the island Maldives as a capital, Malay. And the most important country in the Asia is China. The capital of China is Beijing. Right. So these are the few important nations in Asia, or you can say the important countries that we share border with them. So when we have a good relation, that impacts our territory also. There are so many states of India that are on the borders of different nations. If we have a good relation with them, those borders or those states don't get affected. But if we don't have the good relation, then those states also get affected. Like we had always seen the territories that belongs to the northeast region. We know, remember the northeast region, the Seven Sisters, right? So Nagaland, Assam, Tripura, these states always face a issue with China because we share the border with them. So in this way, we are trying to develop a good relation with the nation. So let's begin with the India, our neighbor. When we talk about the India's position in Asia is very strong. Almost every nation in Asia had a good progress. If you compare India, India has shown a tremendous progress in the last few decades. If you compare, only the China is bigger than India. So geographically also India is very important country, and if you compare in the progress of technology, compare in the medical field or even in the field of education, India proved a lot. Nowadays, if you talk about the democracy, India playing a very important role being a democratic nation. So India's position in Asia is geographically and politically very much strong. Countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Maldives are India's neighbor. The values of equality and mutual respect have a great importance in India's foreign policy. As we all know, we always support the good things, and even these things are shown in our foreign policy. We always show good conduct. India has established relation with neighboring countries on the basis of these values. India is the biggest country in the Indian subcontinent. Similarly, India is economically and technologically more advanced. It is thus natural that India has a great influence among the South Asian countries. So these are the reasons why India play a great role, why the India's impact is more in Asian countries, and most over the territories those belong to South Asian regions, right? So let's begin with our relation with Pakistan. Being an important neighbor, we don't have much good collaboration with Pakistan. As we all know, before 1947, Pakistan is also the part of our country or the part of India. After 1997, when partition happened, two separate nations has been created, India and Pakistan. Then onwards, the relations are getting worse day by day because the views or the thoughts of Pakistan are never in support to India. In 1947, India was partitioned. A huge country was partitioned, even in not only in two different parts, in three different parts. As we all know, Bangladesh, today's Bangladesh, was also the part of India. If you see the map of India, a country that left from us was the Pakistan and the Bangladesh during the partition. Previously, Pakistan was called as the West Pakistan and Bangladesh was called as East Pakistan. So these two territories got separated from us. Imagine how big we were at that time. In 1947, India was partitioned and two independent countries, India and Pakistan, were created. If we talk about the relation between Indo-Pak or Indo-Pakistan, the Indo-Pak relations are influenced by three main factors. There are so many factors that impacts the relation of India and Pakistan, but if you consider those relations, out of that, three important conditions or relations played a worse scenario in the global market. The first, differences in the world views of both the country. We never had the same world view or the same thought. The best example you can imagine, we had the non-alignment movement when we started. At that time, many countries, those who are far away from us, they supported us, but Pakistan didn't give support to us, and he joined the military agreement with America. We didn't oppose Pakistan or any country to join any kind of military agreement, but at that time we had shown the world that making the military agreement will make us divide the nation or the world. So why not to oppose such things? But at that time also Pakistan never supported us, and even in today's time also we had seen that India always opposes terrorism, but Pakistan never, right? So this is the main reason, differences in the world views of both the country. Next, the Kashmir question. as we all know, after the partition, Pakistan always tries to capture the Kashmir. Even Pakistan has captured small territory of Kashmir, that is called as POK. As we all know, the full form of POK is Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. And today also the tension between India and Pakistan was major due to the Kashmir. Nuclear rivalry between the two countries. As being a country like India, we always supported the nuclear power only for our self protection or self defense, but Pakistan always tried to make us threat with the help of the nuclear power. So nuclear rivalries also became a big tension between us. India and Pakistan have totally different worldviews. We never matched. In line with the Indian worldview, India opposed the military alliances of the Cold War and tried to solve the Indo-Pak conflict bilaterally. Yes, during the time of Cold War, we trying to solve the issues between India and Pakistan, and even we are not supporting the military agreement. But Pakistan never supported our thoughts or our view. The Shimla Agreement of 1972 was based on this principle. Even after the India-Pakistan war in 1971, we signed a Shimla Agreement. Even if you know, before that we had the Tashkent Agreement. We always give a chance to Pakistan to be a good neighbor or to be a good friend. But Pakistan never kept his word and never supported the India's thought. The Shimla Agreement of 1972 was based on this principle. On the other hand, Pakistan tried to maintain relation with the Islamic world and China and entered into a military agreement with America. Always, we never make any difference related to any religion or caste to any country in the world, but Pakistan always tries to make a unity among the Islamic countries. And even he had a Pakistan had a good friendship or good deal with China. And the main reason for China to support Pakistan is only the India, as China is aware that they can't alone fight with India or they can't succeed with India. So they need a support from any other neighboring country to defeat India, and Pakistan is the only nation that supports the plan of China. So that's the main reason that we face the problem from India and Pakistan. Pakistan considers Kashmir as the biggest hurdle in establishing relation with India. Always Pakistan raises the question of Kashmir, that is totally what we can say irrelated topic. The first Indo-Pak war took place in 1965 over the Kashmir. The Tashkent Agreement was signed in 1966, but nothing much come out of it. After the Pakistan attacked on India in 1965, then also we made relations with them. We tried to improve the relationship with them, but nothing happened. Even though the 1971 war was about the creation of Bangladesh, it also had the dimension of Kashmir problem to it. The Shimla Agreement in 1972 provided a new format to the interaction between India and Pakistan. In 1999, there was a conflict between India and Pakistan over the infiltration by Pakistan in the Kargil region. The last war we had with the Pakistan, the official war, we know on daily basis Pakistan creating problem to India on our borders. They are always attacking, but the official war that was fought between India and Pakistan was in the year 1999, that fought at the Kargil region. And this war was fought because Pakistan has infiltrated so many people into that region. What is the infiltration? The process of infiltration means entering into others boundary illegally. When someone entering to others border illegally is called infiltration. And Pakistan always tried to send the terrorists to our different locations. So in this way we always trying to stop them, or we always trying to convince them that not to fight with us or not to create any kind of situation that we need to attack them. Even today, the Kashmir question is the basic cause of conflict between the two countries. The nature of the conflict has changed, and this new type of conflicts can be described as terrorism. Now, since Pakistan don't have the power for the direct attack or the war, they had stopped these things, and in last few decades, they are trying or they are attacking us with the help of terrorists. So terrorism became the new weapon for the Pakistanis to attack us. Both India and Pakistan conducted nuclear tests in 1998, and that gave rise to new concerns in this region. Many countries feel that these two nations should get locked in nuclear conflict. At that time, when we had done the nuclear test, we had done nuclear test by our own support or with our own technology, but at that time Pakistan did the same thing with the help of China. Many countries in the world, they thought that if these two countries have the nuclear power, then they will destroy other nation or within their own country. But being a responsible country like India, we clarified that we won't attack any country. It is only for our self protection. One more issue in Indo-Pak relation is the border dispute in Sar Creek area. It is a border area where Pakistan always trying to capture those territories. Both countries have made efforts to establish a dialogue with each other, but considering the way in which Pakistan is supporting terrorists against India and is engineering in terrorist activities in India, all efforts at establishing dialogue are proving to be unsuccessful. So both countries, India and Pakistan, always trying to create a good relation among them, but never the relation get improved. We had tried or we had initiated many dialogues, many talks with them, that our friendship relation will be good, or we should have collaboration in many projects, but it never happened. All the efforts at establishing dialogue are proving to be unsuccessful. Okay, so this was a major challenge for us to create a friendly relation with Pakistan. Now let's take a look on the relation with China. Being an important country, we always try to make a good relation with China. Yes, if you compare, China is much more powerful than India in every respect, in economy, or you can say in technology. Even China is a permanent member of United Nations. The only country in Asia is a permanent member of the United Nations. So a good relation with China always proved to be good for every nation, not for only in India. And we always try to make a good relation with China. But somehow the China's thought is also like the Pakistan. They want to dominate India. No, we don't know the reason why they think in that manner. Being a country, we always supported them, but they never support us for any growth. The conflict between India and China is connected to two issues. Here also we have the problem of border issue and the status of Tibet. Uh, there are so many territories or the states that joined the Pakistan and China to our nation. Those borders always been problems between these two countries. Also, like the Pakistan have the issue of Kashmir, in the same way Chinese have the issue related to the Tibet. What exactly is the Tibet? Tibet is a very small territory. It's between India and China, and they are autonomous. What do you know autonomous? Autonomous means self-controlled or self government, right? China always try to capture the Tibet because Tibet is economically, or you can say geographically, a very good small territory, like how Pakistan tries to capture the Kashmir. So whenever Pakistan trying to capture the Kashmir, we stop them. In the same way, whenever China trying to capture the Tibet, we support the Tibetan or we support the Tibet against the China. And that way China always treat us our enemy. But we are doing just for the relation purpose or being a good neighbor. The border dispute between India and China is related to Aksai Chin area and the McMahon line. These are the two different points where always we have the issues. Even recently, we had heard the news. We had seen in so many news channels that India having the tension with the China at the McMahon line. So these are the two important points where always the border disputes arises between India and China. So please underline it. Aksai Chin area and the McMahon line. These are the border areas. China claims that the area south of Aksai Chin and McMahon line that belongs to the Arunachal Pradesh is Chinese territory. So it is unnecessarily China involving in this. China is not willing to agree that McMahon line is an international border. China is not ready to agree that McMahon is an international border. India made several efforts to sort this border dispute. We are trying to sort the problems or the disputes, the tension between us. But by means of dialogue, but it has not met with much success. In 1962, China attacked India. Even for the same reason, China attacked India in the year 1962. If you talk about Tibet, Tibet was traditionally autonomous. What are traditionally autonomous? They are, even in the past, they are independent. They are not controlled by any nation, or they are not sharing any kind of relation with other nation. They are just a separate territory, and they basically, it's a spiritual land. But when China was stepping up its military control in Tibet, Dalai Lama took asylum in India. Who was Dalai Lama? Dalai Lama was Dalai Lama is a religious, you can say, guru of the Tibetan culture. So he took asylum. What does asylum means? Taking shelter, taking help from India. This issue has been responsible for the conflict between the country, and this is the main reason why the China always had a bad impact with India. The threat to India's security is increasing due to the friendship between India and Pakistan. As we all know, Pakistan and China came together just to create harm to India. So supply of weapons from China to Pakistan, and also transfer of missiles and nuclear weapons technology, these are the few issues that create problem to the India and the India's relation with China and Pakistan. The increasing friendship between China and Pakistan and increasing influence of China over India's other neighbor is a cause of concern for India. So it is a big reason for India. Even then, India has also made efforts to improve relation with China. Taking these things into consideration, even that India always supporting the countries like China and Pakistan in different views, and always try to maintain a good relation with them. So even such things happen, India has always made efforts to improve relation with China. When the rate A joint executive group has been set up to solve the Sino-Indian border disputes. So to make our relation good, even we had made a team, or we always try to talk with China related to the border disputes or border issues. Even recently, few months back also, we had sent our team to solve the issue between the India and China related to the border. A joint executive group has been set up to solve the Sino-Indian border dispute. When the rate of economic growth of both India and China increased, the trade relations between both the countries began to get strengthened. Even we always try to make a good trade relation with China. Because of improvement in economic and trade relation between India and China, and series of tripartite talks between Russia, China and India, Sino-Indian relations are improving slowly. Even country like Russia, they always trying to mediate, they always trying to create good talks between India and China. So day by day, if trade are getting increased or relation get improved, it will help both the nation, not only in India, even the China can also get much support from us. Being a country like India, we are powerful in global scenario, we can support China in many ways. Even though the border dispute is not completely resolved, it has taken a backseat, and relation in other areas have become more important. Even we had seen that border issues not yet solved, and even it has not completely done in a proper manner. But we always support China in their views, or always give support to the China. So in this way, being a country like India, we are trying to make a good relation with our neighbors. Even we will discuss the other nation, not only to the neighbors, we are always trying to make a good relation with the countries those who are far away from us, like America, Australia, Japan, Canada, even the Russia. These countries are the important, who plays a very important role in global scenario. Right, so let's take a look of other neighbors also, like Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Maldives. These are also the important nations which we played an important role with them. When we talk about the India and Afghanistan, if you see the map, we share a very small portion of border with Afghanistan. But from the past itself, we had a great trade relation with Afghanistan, or most of the people had invaded from the Afghanistan. There is a lot of political instability in Pakistan. As we all know, Afghanistan being a Islamic country, they doesn't have a proper democracy, and the political instability always affected the growth of Afghanistan. Most of the time we had seen the riots, the bomb blast. India being a good nation always tries to maintain a good democracy or support to the Afghanistan. There is a lot of political instability in Afghanistan. The dominance of the terrorist organization Taliban is responsible for this. As we all know, Taliban being a terrorist group always impacted the people of Afghanistan. India has extended help to bring peace, security, and stability. Even tried to curb violence. Curb means to slow down the violence or to remove the violence. India always extended help to bring peace, security, and stability, curb violence, and establish a democratic government. Similarly, India is also helping Afghanistan in re-establishing communication facilities. We always try to improve the conditions at Afghanistan. India is also helping Afghanistan in re-establishing communication facilities that have got destroyed due to war, build roads, cooperate in the fields of science and technology, and build schools, health facilities, and irrigation projects. So in this way, we always extend our support to Afghanistan. Bangladesh, as we all know, today's Bangladesh is previously it was called as East Pakistan, and before East Pakistan, remember, it was East Bengal. Yes, if you remember, during the time of Britishers, Lord Curzon, we learned in 8th standard. Remember, they partitioned the big province of Bengal into two parts, East Bengal and West Bengal. At that time, the intention of the Britishers to divide the territory against the people and the community. That's why they said that in East Pakistan, Muslim will reside, in East Bengal, Muslim will reside, and in West Bengal, Hindus will reside. This tension created division between our own community, and further, during the partition, this East Bengal went under the control of Pakistan and named as East Pakistan. But after the relations get worst between the East Pakistan and West Pakistan, then East Pakistan approached India. Yes, again they asked the help from India to get independent from the West Pakistan. And being a generous, इंडिया को तो महान बनने की आदत है. जिस कंट्री ने हमें छोड़ के पाकिस्तान को सपोर्ट किया, हम फिर से उसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान से आज़ादी दिलाने के लिए. तो ये बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट नेचर है इंडिया का, जो हमेशा लोगों की मदद करते हैं. एट दैट टाइम व्हेन वी सपोर्टेड बांग्लादेश टू गेट इंडिपेंडेंट फ्रॉम दी वेस्ट पाकिस्तान, पाकिस्तान गॉट हर्टेड एट दैट टाइम एंड दे अटैक्ड ऑन अस इन 1971. हमारा कोई गलती भी नहीं था, बट अगेन पाकिस्तान अटैक्ड अस because we supported the Bangladesh, or you can say East Pakistan. So it is written here now, today's Bangladesh is the erstwhile East Pakistan. Erstwhile means pehle ka, in past. When Pakistan was created, it was two part, West Pakistan and East Pakistan. There was linguistic difference between them. भले ये लोग रिलीजन के नाम पे अलग हुए थे, बट इनके लैंग्वेजेस अलग थे. The people who are living in West Pakistan, they speaks Urdu, but people who are living in East Pakistan, they speaks Bengali, right? They were the part of Bengal ना, भले वो इस्लाम फॉलो करते थे, but here they have the Urdu and they have the Bengali, and also their cultural differences. और आप समझ सकते हो कितना गैप है. दोनों कंट्री आपस में पास पास भी नहीं है. आप तो मैप देख रहे हो ना, आप मैप में देखो कितना फ़र्क है. एक कंट्री ईस्ट में है और एक कंट्री वेस्ट में है. तो ईस्ट और वेस्ट इतना गैप होने के बाद आपस में अच्छा रिलेशन मेंटेन भी नहीं हो सकता है. देयर वॉज लिंग्विस्टिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन दैम. देयर वेर अदर पॉलिटिकल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स एज वेल. द मूवमेंट टू लिबरेट मीन टू गिव इंडिपेंडेंस टू बांग्लादेश इमर्ज आउट ऑफ दिस. दिस मूवमेंट ट्राइड टू फ्री बांग्लादेश फ्रॉम द डोमिनेंस ऑफ वेस्ट पाकिस्तान. India helped Bangladesh in its freedom struggle. India, being a generous, always supportive nation, supports Bangladesh to get independent from the West Pakistan. India helped Bangladesh in its freedom struggle. Bangladesh was formed in 1971. So a totally separate nation got independent and they named as Bangladesh. Some treaties were signed between India and Bangladesh about sharing river waters, and some regarding the shared border. Since we share border with Bangladesh and we share so many rivers from the Bangladesh, so we had a treaty with them to maintain a good relations, which put an end to the conflict between them. So we don't have any issues with the Bangladesh. Now trade relations between the two countries are growing. Now we had a good relations, and even the trade or politically we had a good relation with the Bangladesh. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka being a neighboring country to India, we always support Sri Lanka. Even if you remember, we had learned when the Rajiv Gandhi sent the forces, when there was a problem in Sri Lanka, we supported them to maintain the democracy in Sri Lanka. Even we had sharing the ocean, so we always been in a collaboration to protect the oceanic borders of both the countries. India has friendly relation with the southern neighbor, Sri Lanka. Political instability in Sri Lanka after 1985 was a result of the differences between the Tamils and the Sri Lankan government. At that time, India has sent a peacekeeping force to help the Sri Lanka government. Friendly relations with Sri Lanka are important from the point of view of security in the Indian Ocean. Nepal. If we talk about the Nepal, we all know we are had the friendly borders sharing with the Nepal. There are so many countries where we can visit without visa. Yes, there are conditions. We know what is visa. Visa is a kind of permission which we take in prior to visit that country. Right. In most of the country, we need to take visa prior in maybe 6 months, 1 year, or maybe 2 or 3 months. Right. In so many countries, we can get visa and arrival. Means when you reach to that country, then you ask for the visa, then they will give to the visa, because we are Indians, we had a relation with them. But there are almost 15 to countries in the world that doesn't require visa. Just we need to carry the official documents and the passport. But country like Nepal, even we don't have passport, then also we can visit to Nepal, because we had that kind of treaty with them. The same thing happens with the Nepalis also. They can also come to India without the passport. समझा डिफरेंस क्या है? वेरी सिंपल. कोई भी फॉरेन कंट्री में ट्रैवल करने के लिए आपको वीज़ा और पासपोर्ट ज़रूरी होता है, राइट? बट देर आर फ्यू कंट्रीज दैट अलाउज इंडियन विदाउट वीज़ा ऑल्सो. पासपोर्ट है चलेगा, वीज़ा नहीं है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट Nepal allows us without passport also. Even you can carry any official document like Aadhaar card, PAN card, or the driving license. You can enter into Nepal. And even Nepalis also enter into India in the same way. Because we supported help to Nepal in many ways. Previously, Nepal was ruled by the kingdom or the kings. We helped them to make the democracy. Even during the times of any pandemic or any situation, we always supported our hands to Nepal. Nepal and Bhutan are landlocked countries. What do I mean in landlocked country? They are surrounded by different nations or the mountains, right? Their borders are covered. Nepal and Bhutan are landlocked countries surrounded by mountain terrain. Their boundaries are linked with India and China. नेपाल की जो बाउंड्री वो इंडिया और चाइना से सराउंडेड है, और एक साइड तो आपको मालूम बड़ा सा हिमालयन माउंटेन्स हैं. The foundation of friendship between India and Nepal was led with Indo-Nepalese Friendship Treaty 1950. We signed a friendship treaty with Nepal in 1950. According to this treaty, Nepalese citizens cannot only enter India, but they also permitted to take up government jobs and carry on trade in India. So Nepalis not only come to India, they can carry up any government jobs, they can take education from here, they can take up any job. So in this way, we had a treaty with them. The year 1990 marked the beginning of Nepal's transition to democracy. Transition means change, because previously Nepal was under the king's rule. So in 1990, India supported to make them a democratic nation. India is dependent upon India for economic progress. We always support them in economically, basic facilities, food related needs, trade and energy needs. India sent a lot of help to Nepal at the time of the 2015 earthquake. As we all know, during the time of earthquake that happened in 2015, Nepal was completely destroyed. At that time, not only India, all over the world, people supported Nepal, but India gave much support to Nepal. Next is Bhutan. When we say Bhutan, Bhutan bears the responsibility of the defense of, sorry, India bears the responsibility of Bhutan's defense. Being a country like Bhutan always supported to India, so India took the responsibility of Bhutan's defense. In return, Bhutan has a huge source of water. India has cooperated in the projects to produce hydel power on a large scale using this resource. Next is Myanmar. Myanmar is considered as India's door to the Southeast Asian country. As we all know, there was a route, land route to the different nations of Southeast Asia. We can travel from India to Thailand or Bhutan or Myanmar by roadways also. Like we travel to Nepal by roadways. So we had a good relations with Myanmar, and Myanmar is considered as the entry point when from where we can go to the different nations of the Asia. Myanmar is India's door to the Southeast Asian countries. South Asia, Middle Asia, and Southeast Asia will be connected with each other with the rail and roadways that are being developed in this area. This will help increase trade and other exchange in this region. India will be able to import natural gas from Myanmar. So in this way we import the natural gas from the Myanmar. Next is Maldives. We have always heard the Maldives. It's a very good island, very clear water. Basically, it's a tourist place. All over the world, people love to visit Maldives. Being a good relation with India, Indians are most welcome in Maldives, and we don't have much restrictions to visit Maldives. India's relation with Maldives has been friendly right from the beginning. This small nation to the south of India is dependent on India for a lot of reasons. Trade relations have been established between the two since 1981. India has helped Maldives in the development of basic facilities or infrastructure, health and communication. From 2006 onwards, cooperation in the military field also started between the two countries. So from 2006 onwards, we had a good relation in the military terms or the military cooperations itself. They have entered into treaties with respects to cooperation in space research, conservation of historical objects, and tourism. Being a tourist place, they had a good revenue generating from the tourism, so they had a good relation with India in this field. Similarly, they have decided to cooperate in the area of fighting against terrorism. Even country like Maldives, they also trying to fight against the terrorism, and India supports in their way to manage in such a scene that they can also prevent them or also support the way that they should fight against the terrorism. So in this way, India always try to maintain the good relation with the neighboring nations or the countries that belong to neighbor to India. So we had take a look of the neighboring country. Then again we will discuss about the few important countries of the world, those who are far away from us, right?